Erlanger, Kentucky for the Northern Kentucky BPA Merit Tournament. Hi, I'm Benge along with Motz Defelice, and Motz is sitting in this week because Eddie Jackson has the flu, so we'll be thinking about Eddie. And I'm glad to be back. I was in Florida last week, so Eddie and I still haven't teamed up. But we are at the Super Bowl lanes in Erlanger, and Motz right now sitting out here. The lights, it's a little quiet in the house. The bowlers are sitting over there watching us, and what's going on through their mind? Most of them are in their first TV appearance. What are they thinking right now?
Well, number one, I'm sure they're anxious to get out here and show their talents. And be honest with you, I'd like to see this match today because it's supposed to be a super match with a couple of girls and a couple of fellas. And I'm sure with the conditions they have here, from what we saw in practice, I'm sure we'll have a big show today.
Thanks, Motz. Motz is filling in for Eddie, longtime friend of Eddie, so I know he'll do just as good a job. We'll be back with our first match right after this. Welcome back to the Super Bowl lanes in Erlanger, Kentucky, and Motz K. Reid is going to lead off.
There's a shot that she should take advantage of in frame two. Kay is going to be playing the outside line today in the neighborhood of the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th board.
Here's Seyer. Should be Kay's opponent here in the first match of women, and she crosses over, and they're both come up even.
As a bowler, we'll always take those kind of hits. Strike, regardless, is always marked with an X.
That has to be a great psychological lift, since Jean sat down and watched Kay throw her first ball and cross over and get a strike, and Jean does the same thing, and they're even. Jean is an 11 handicap bowler, while Kay is a 17.
A little short of the pocket, quick of the line. A couple of balls, I'm sure that they'll settle down a little better and have a better control and execute with the ability they have.
Jean is from Erlanger, Kentucky. She didn't put her age down.
I don't blame her. Close. Nice pair. Very nice.
So here's Kay Reid. She's 31 years of age from Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. She lives over on 45 Jeru Circle. So if you're in the neighborhood, you might want to stop by and tell her how she did or how she looked on television.
Very respectable averages with these young ladies. 178 for Kay. A little high. She kicked out the 10 pin, which was fortunate. Otherwise, she'd have had a big split. See if we can make this spare by using the right side of the lane, going directly to the 4 pin, and gauging the 4 pin to be hit on the right-hand side.
Well, let's see if she listened to you.
Belly of the pin. That's where you want to hit it if possible.
So after 2 frames, Kay Reid's +6. Kay is married. She has 1 daughter, Crystal Renee Reid. Interesting, Kay has a .299 game.
Yeah, she told me the story. She had bought a new ball. She went out that week after it was drilled and bowled the .299. That's fantastic. A little quick up there. She pulled up at the line. The anxiety to throw the ball is what usually causes us to not execute correctly.
Kay and Jean both are throwing 16-pound balls.
Very well.
Yes, they are.
It's not a feminine throw at all. It's one that has taken some time and practice to accomplish. Kay's also wearing a wrister, and she says she really loves it. She says she's improved her game by 10 pin just by using that new wrister. So that's something for the audience in case they want to change their game a little bit, see if they can improve. buy one of these items. It might help you. A little high. All righty. Got away with it.
Well, Kay got away with one too, so I'll tell you, both these ladies are bowling a relatively even match.
Well, they're playing a tight shot right now, being that they don't want to get too many balls past the head pin, because pin count does usually win games of this caliber.
You know, this year, Motz, the tournament is being held all over Northern Kentucky. Last year, we were in the Super Bowl lanes. Doug Martin was our host last year, along with Maureen and Bob Snodgrass. But this year, we're traveling around Northern Kentucky, and it looks like it's going to be a super year. You're welcome to come out and join us anytime.
Thank you. Thank you. Jean's got to get herself lined up now. I think she's got the shot a little too tight to the head pin. Move out a little bit on the outside. Maybe shoot about 8 or 9. She's setting up to shoot it right down 10, so let's see what happens here.
I tell you, for such a little lady, she takes an awful long approach.
Close. Just didn't quite catch enough of the head pin.
Well, you've yet to see an open frame, knock on wood.
Right. That's the fun. That's the fun of the game. Try to stay away from opens. In bowling 3 games in the league, if you accomplish no holes, no opens, you have had a good night of bowling.
Unfortunately, I have never had anything like that to ever talk about. But
you will in the future.
Once again, Jean fills it up in 4.
Game's going right along, nip and tuck here.
There's Kay Reid. She bowls a few nights. She bowls in the Thursday night ladies league here. The Saturday night openers, no, those are at Cherokee. And she subs on Monday night majors here. So she keeps busy.
Got a little outside with that ball. The ball never did make the turn. She told me she's having a little topsy on the ball. She's getting around the ball a little bit too far instead of staying underneath it. Trying to hook it really is what happens. You try to execute too well, and sometimes you overpower the shot.
Her supporters are telling her, take her time. So that kind of opens the door.
A little bit.
The only difference so far in the match has been the 6-pin handicap in favor of Kay Reid. Let's see if Kay can come back.
This big shot here, she's got to throw a strike. Got to get her confidence back. Open frames do cause you to be a little irritable with yourself. That's close, a little high again.
The winner of this match will face Paula Reinhardt in the championship of the women, and of course, following the women, the gentlemen will step in. Kay to get here rolled a 182, 173, and a 247. Plus handicap equals 653.
That's good. Anyway.
Well, we're halfway through our first match between Kay Reid and Jean Seyer, and we'll be back with the conclusion right after this. We're back at the Super Bowl lanes, and Jean Seyer is up. Jean now with her first opportunity to take the lead. And she hits a little high, and looky there.
Big split. We'll take one of these and play it safe, so in case pin counts becomes an important factor, 1 pin might make the difference in the game for her. I'm sure she's not going to try to make it. Good. That's smart.
Now let's see how Jean can recover from this split.
Jean right now is just catching the line a little bit quick, not causing the ball to have the accuracy she normally would have. Of course, television does that to you. I'm sure we've all experienced that if you've been on the tube.
Well, you know, most of these bowlers in league play, there's every lane is filled around them, and it's a little noisy in what it is now.
Yeah, it does make a difference, Nick. It's like a fellow going for his 12th shot. Everybody in the bowling lane will be quiet, and it makes a complete different thought for the bowler. Most of the people try to continue on, and that gives him a little more satisfaction of making that shot that he'd like to make. She lost that ball, but and she picked it. Lost the ball right at the foul line, Nick. And now Kay's riding the spare. Let's see if she wants to throw her first strike in the Cincinnati side. They've had 2 strikes so far, and both of them were on Brooklyn sides. How close is that? All right.
Again, though, it looked like she was a little high. It wasn't
Yeah, it was
quite
a little high. They're trying to force a shot. The game at 5 frames is so close that they're trying extra hard to be more perfect.
for the conversion in the 6th.
That was a skimmer.
That just might be the pin to carry Kay through.
You never know.
Because she's +5 in the 5th, and now she's working on a spare in the 6th. Okay, she works for the Kenton County school system. She drives a special education bus. She's also a beautician. And that looks like the ball. Mark it down. She's +16, working on an X, so that really puts the pressure on Jean. The 7th frame. Jean's up there pretty quick and ready to go.
That looks like a good ball. All right.
And there's the answer.
Good shot.
You know, this is our 2nd season of this tournament, and last year what I noticed a lot of time, Motz, is you know, a bowler who needed to get back into the match would just kind of just jump up there and go. It's like they were just so excited, so nervous. Well,
the adrenaline drives you to want to work faster, and it's really true that if you do bowl faster, you just a moment. Oh, that's a shame. When you bowl fast, like in practice, your rhythm and your timing becomes more efficient, and you score better. In fact, if you're having trouble with your game, that's what you want to do.
There's that pin at replay. Nobody misses the 5 pin. Well, here's Kay with Jean still knocking on the door. Kay's going to have to continue to fill up to hang on and win this match.
Kay could put some mustard disc in with that strike here.
Kay's been bowling for 20 years.
Has she?
Yeah.
High. Ooh. That's an unusual lead. 3, 6, 10, 8. They say, where'd the ball go?
Where'd the ball go?
That's an unusual lead, Nick. You don't see that too often.
Would you, I guess, play this to the left of 3?
That off the 3 pin. That's one way of playing it. She could have played the other way as well, but she left a lot of pins on the deck, which is really not going to help her.
Well, Kay's +13 in the 7th, but Jean's working on a mark in the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
So the door's wide open. We're headed
open now
to the foundation frame, number 9.
Strike puts her in the ball game. Ties it up. Brooklyn again.
Hello, darling.
Yeah. I've said that many a time, I'll tell you that.
Well, here's Jean. She steps up there quickly again. She works at Cincinnati Bell Telephone. Jean, a strike to tie. And
ooh, good action, but just was light enough in the pocket that it never carried the 7 out. 4, the 2, and the 5 were all jumping on it.
According to my book, if Jean fills this, we have a 1-pin match headed into the 10th.
Exactly. That's when it becomes fun. You don't like to lose, but that's really the excitement of sports. All right. Okay. 1-pin difference. The only difference is in the count, though, that Jean is on a spare and Kay is on a strike, and an advantage of 1 pin, whereby Kay could spare and strike, or Jean could strike and spare and still lose by 1 pin.
Okay, Motz, here's a question. I've asked it to Eddie all the time. In a match like this, do you want to be first or second to 10th frame?
I'd rather throw the ball. I'll let you follow me anytime. Because if I feel like I should have the shot in mind in the 10th frame, at least the bold 9 frames, I like to put the pressure on you and make you squeeze the ball.
That's what Eddie says. He says, I'll get mine and I'll sit down.
That's right. See, there's the example now. If you're the opponent, you're looking at, gosh, I got to win it. They're out wide. Win it the way it is right now. I got to throw a strike. So now here Jean is. If she throws another one, the game really becomes a toughie for Kay. Before the two, either one of them bowled, it didn't look like it was going to be a hard situation score-wise. Look at this ball. Oh, 8-10.
And look at the count. That was the prettiest ball she's thrown all day.
Just had it short of the pocket a little bit, and that's what causes an 8-10. Either the ball is not rolling properly, or you might hit a little heavy oil.
Here it is in replay.
Yeah, that's it. Ball just wasn't deep enough in the pocket to carry out the 8-10.
Well, yeah, it looked like it was kind of a flat roll.
Right.
It really wasn't turning over and just drove straight through the pins.
Ball has to be rolling.
This 1 pin is very important.
183, huh?
183.
Very good. That's a good game.
Well, Jean averages 186 on the season, and she's also been bowling 20 years. There's a couple of seasoned veterans going at it. Okay, steps up to the wrong lane. Now, you know, something like that could be enough to really...
Well, that shows you she's concentrating. She's concentrating on her game. At least she don't care what alley, as long as it's the...
as long as there's some pins up there.
in front of me. How's she look?
She threw it over.
Oh.
She got it. Well, I tell you, it really looked like she put a little oomph into that ball.
It was high, but we'll take them.
There it is in replay. Well, she's all excited.
Well, she's a winner.
Yeah, just what she gonna... Yeah, she did win it, didn't she?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So Kay Reid will defeat Jean Seyer in our first match.
Really was an interesting match because there wasn't too many pin difference outside of the handicap from the time we started until
time we finished.
Till we finished, and we're talking right now. If she makes this spare, only 10-pin loss. So I would say it was a very fine match.
Yes, sir. So Kay Reid 193 to Jean Seyer 183. An excellent showing by the women. So Kay Reid will move on and meet Paula Reinhardt. So we'll be back after we hear a word from our good friends from down in Bellevue.